Okay, Darchinyan gets knocked out by Donaire, and Martinez gets knocked out by Garcia. Um, Darchinyan was supposed to get knocked out. Okay, that was the plan. This guy is supposed to be the comeback fight from you coming, from Donaire losing and being outclassed. This was the comeback fight to get people hyped and make people believe that he can be a top contender still. All right. The way I predicted this fight to go, the fight kind of went almost exactly how I said it was going to go. Only thing is, I kind of thought Darchinyan was going to be able to survive, and I thought this was going to go to the cards. But I said if there was a knockdown, or a knockout, Darchinyan was going to lose in the later rounds, all right, by a knockout. Okay? Now, a lot of people, I heard a lot of predictions, and I heard a lot of opinions, and everybody pretty much said that Darchinyan was going to get knocked out early, probably even earlier than the first fight, and Donaire beat him already, and Darchinyan has lost several fights since then, and this was going to be an easy fight for Donaire, a good comeback fight, all right? That was the plan. Didn't go that way, okay? A lot of people feel... You could argue who was winning the fight by the time the fight was over. The knockout was in the 9th round. You can actually argue who was winning that fight, you know. So it was actually that close. I mean, if it did go to the scorecards, they were obviously gonna give it to Donaire because Donaire is the star. Donaire, they're trying to build back. HBO is trying to build this guy back up to be, you know, one of the top contenders, even though he lost and looked bad in that loss. So, with that being said, a lot of people are bashing Donaire's opponent, Donaire's performance in this fight. I personally think Donaire didn't look bad. It's just that Darchinyan was over prepared for this fight, you know, because I mean, why wouldn't he want to be? You know, everyone thinks you're going to lose. Everybody thinks this is a tune-up match. Plus, this is the first guy that gave you your first L, okay? This is your first loss. And not only that, but he humiliated you. He knocked you out, okay? So, you fight this guy, and you was in there countering him. It was a technical fight. It wasn't explosive like the first fight. You know, up into the 5th round where the knockout came in the first fight. In this fight, you know, I mean, up into the knockout in the first fight, it was explosive. In this fight, it was technical the whole way through. Okay, it was going back and forth. Now, at the end of the fight, Donaire knocks him down. No, he knocks him down in the 9th round, and then the ref stops the fight. He's getting Darchinyan was getting beaten, and you know the ref stopped the fight. It was a good stoppage. And they ask him at the end, you know, who do you want to fight next? They ask Donaire who he wants to fight next. And he said Rigondeaux, the guy that beat him. My opinion on that, whether Donaire fights Rigondeaux next or if he fights him 2 fights from now, I don't think he's ever going to be prepared to beat this guy. I mean, I think Rigondeaux is that much better than him. I mean, he showed it in the fight that they had. It wasn't close. So... me personally, it really doesn't matter to me at this point, you know. I mean, Donaire really doesn't have anybody else to fight because he's beaten, you know, so many guys, 122, 126. He's beaten so many guys. So, you know, then one guy that I would like to have seen him fight was Mikey Garcia, but they're not going to fight because they have the same trainer. You know, I mean, I guess Donaire versus Abner Mares would be cool if Abner Mares could beat Johnny Gonzalez or... You know, I mean, I guess like fights like that would be cool, but you know, he wants to fight Rigondeaux, and Rigondeaux is gonna destroy him again. You know, so that's just my opinion. So I mean, that's how I feel about that. It really doesn't matter. I'm not really hyped to see a rematch between those two. As far as Rocky Martinez and Mikey Garcia. Mikey Garcia knocks him out in I think it was the 8th or the 9th round. Mikey Garcia looked really good in this fight. This fight, it didn't go the way I had planned. I knew Mikey Garcia was going to win, but I didn't think Rocky Martinez, as tough as he is, as good of a He takes punches so well. I didn't think Mikey Garcia was going to be able to knock him out with all of the power that he has, and he did that with a body shot. So basically, now it's like, who does Mikey Garcia fight next? It's hard because at 130 is really nobody. You know, the only fight that I would want to see that won't happen because the guy hasn't really fought anyone. I would like to see Mikey Garcia fight Gary Russell Jr. But Gary Russell Jr. has to climb the ladder. He hasn't fought anyone yet, so that's not gonna happen. As far as anyone that's below 130, I would like to see Mikey Garcia maybe fight Rigondeaux, but Rigondeaux is kind of small, so I don't think that's gonna happen. So my only guess is for Mikey Garcia to go up in weight and fight at 135. There's a lot of competition there, you know. I would like to see him fight Terrence Crawford. That's my pick. As far as who's at 135, Terrence Crawford is really good. He's undefeated. He's a technician too. That would be a great fight. I would like to see that clash between two technicians like that. Gamboa is also at 135. He's still undefeated. Only thing I question is his boxing spirit. He doesn't really seem to care about the sport like that. And I don't know what's going on with his management situation. I know he's down. He signed with 50. So I don't know what's going on with that. So he's under 50 since promotion. I said he signed 50. He's not a rapper. So I don't know what's going on with that. But I mean, that's a fight I would like to see. Gamboa versus Mikey Garcia. And who else is at 135? Yeah, that's pretty much mainly who I would like to see him fight. You got some other guys at 135, but there's a lot of guys. There's a lot of big names. Better competition at 135 than staying at 130. All right. So, by the way, Mikey Garcia looked amazing tonight. He came in at the best shape I ever seen him in, and you know, looked a lot more muscular, a lot more cut, a lot stronger in the ring. I mean, Rocky Martinez just couldn't take his power. Rocky Martinez is a pressure fighter, but he just couldn't take his power. It was just too much. You know, you'll think about pressuring someone when they hit that hard. You got to think about that. Is that what you really want to do? Rocky Martinez was standing in the middle of the ring trying to outbox the better boxer. And we know that wasn't going to go well. I mean, even with the knockdown, he did knock down Mikey Garcia, but it wasn't a knockdown where he hurt Mikey. He caught him with a good punch, a good counter. Mikey wasn't prepared for it, and he went down. So, I mean, it wasn't really a good fight. It was he got dominated, you know. Besides that one round, Mikey Garcia got knocked down. He dominated Rocky Martinez, okay? So, leave comments. Let me know who you guys, what's your wish list for these guys? Mikey Garcia. Who do you want to see him fight? Give me some names in the comments. Just don't give me one. Give me a few names. You think he should stay at 130? Should he go to 135 right away? Should he, you know, what do you think he should do? And as far as Nonito Donaire, should he fight Rigondeaux next? Should he go up in weight? What should he do in his future as well? Because he's kind of, you know, he's like a tall, bigger 126 guy too. I think he could probably go to 130 as well, but I don't know. Me personally, I think he should stay away from Rigondeaux because there's a lot of other good names out there that he can fight without going to have to go back and losing to this guy again. So leave comments, subscribe to my channel, and follow me on Twitter at wavy_10.